Hey everybody! Welcome to another episode of Who's That Anime with your host Steve and Colin. Yep, he thought it
That's
was
us.
thought it was Transformers
Yes.
with that intro music.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Time for the intro change. Aha! It's us.
Yes, the switch up.
The switch up. We're back again to talk about Trigun Stampede.
Yep. We have made it to episode 10, entitled Humanity.
Yeah.
I think we were left off in the last episode where Meryl and Roberto had been kidnapped from Thingy 3, Ship 3? Ship 3, home.
3. Yep.
They've been kidnapped. And at the start of this episode, we kick things off with Vash and Wolfwood racing to the city of July to rescue them.
Yeah. Have we actually noticed that pretty much every start of every episode they're listening to a news broadcast about things happening in the world?
I hadn't thought that it was every episode, but I certainly knew it was frequent.
It's quite frequent. So even though they're not in a car, Ash has got his earpods in.
Oh yeah,
Earpods?
got to be listening to podcasts at all time.
Yeah, listen to the new broadcast of like the plants that have been stolen seem to be hosted in July, and the mayor, the people that run July is know nothing about it, supposedly.
Not a thing.
Not a thing. Not a thing at all. At least the higher ups don't.
No.
But the higher ups know nothing. They only get told to say what they want to do. It's true in every
Just
country.
pawns.
Yeah. Anyway, so they raced there. And Zabi is like, yeah, really, I want to know which side I should take. So I don't really take sides.
That's right. This is the pickup from the previous conversation. It's like, I need to know who gets to die. Tell me. It's like, oh, maybe it shouldn't be us.
Yeah. And then they, but we've seen like maybe the feature there with other plants growing that's helping the plants. And then Professor,
what's his name? Conrad.
yeah, Professor Conrad, steps in and goes, "Oh, I know that. That's from what's her name?
That's Luida. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
familiar with her.
Yeah, I'm familiar with her work. That's not going to work. It's going to take too long. And follow me if you want to know the truth." And then
We're gonna expedite that shit.
yeah, and Mara goes, "All right, let's go." And then Roberto's like, "Seriously, just like stick a sign that says kick me on your back, shall you?" Kill me, I think.
I do like that. Yeah, it's that you must really have a death wish at this point. It's like, no, I just want to know the truth. That's it.
Yeah, sure, newbie.
Yep, sure.
Sure.
But sure enough, they both end up following Conrad to his little tour of what he's been up to.
His lab tour, yeah, man.
Yeah, it's
Awesome.
he starts off. It's like, hey, check out this this room where I did the shit. Pay no attention to all the blood. There's a lot of it. I don't clean up ever.
Apparently, it's not very what's it?
Hygienic.
Hygienic, yeah, that'd be the word. Hygienic.
He clearly does not pay for a cleaner because it's just literally it's like, yes, whose blood is this? Yes.
Blood to all my creations.
Everyone's blood.
Yeah. It's got who says, "Oh, you met my creations."
Oh yeah, can you name them all? Can you name them all?
Can I name them all? Me personally.
Yep.
Um the guy from Twisted Metal.
E.g. the mine.
E.g. mine. Yep.
Yep.
The ride out dude.
One of the Gale.
Owner of the Gale. Okay. And then you had not Terminator dude.
Nicholas the Punisher.
Wrong. Another one.
No. Oh wait. What guy?
Is mate.
Oh,
Or
Livio.
Livio, yeah.
I is it Livio the Twin Viper or something like that?
Yeah, he has two cross guns.
Is that what his name? It's Twin something.
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm clearly know their names by going. It's the guy from Twisted Metal, Axel. Uh, the ride out space dude, like
Yep.
space marine kind of like
The,
weird.
the child.
Yeah, the weird child
Yep.
thing.
Yep.
Um, the guy has got like half his face missing, like in a Terminator scene,
Livio.
and he has a glowing eye.
Yep.
And
And
then
then Wolfwood.
Roberto's like, oh yeah, and don't forget Wolfwood. Oh, you know about
Oh
him?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's true. The
Oh,
Punisher.
we should also probably say Vash does reveal that he does know that at this point as well. He's like, oh, I know.
Yeah. Oh, that's after the so um during the tour, Vash and Wolfwood reach July
Yep.
and get chased by the same guard that chased them in the first episode. So,
That's right. It's like, hey, I recognize you.
and then Wilfred tries to play it cool. It's like, what have we done, officer? And he's like, oh, you fucking stupid. That's Vash the Stampede. The human tornado, you ass.
This is yeah, because it's this bit. They've just finished chatting about how well, obviously we've had the revelation that yeah, Wolfwood was in it the whole time. When you're like, yeah, we know, we've known for a while. And the other part of it is he's like, oh, this whole city is just like a big fortress. It's difficult to get through, and it's going to be tough. And then yeah, they meet those guards, and I think that, do they not they end up in like a standoff where
Uh,
one of the guys that's with the guard is kind of like, "Hey, you killed my parents."
yeah, he plays Vash for killing his parents and shoots the bullet at him, and it hits.
he's, he's he's just super tetchy, and then he's like, "Fire!" and
And then the
shoot
guard,
the chest.
yeah, the psycho captain guy who like wanted to blow up fucking the place.
Everybody.
Uh, the rock that the guard's upset about that Vash destroyed.
Yep.
He literally shot like a cluster rocket into the air to come back down.
Yep. Perspective.
Yeah. Anyway, and he's like, I didn't order that. Didn't order anyone to shoot. I'm sorry. It's like, what? What's that all about?
Then they run away.
Yeah, and Wilfred restrains himself and doesn't shoot anyone because of
Yes.
Flash's wishes. And I think it's this bit where they're in the sewers, where Vash is bleeding out,
Yes.
that he comes up with the revelation.
Yeah, they're having the deep and meaningful, and then he's like, "For God's sakes, deal with that, would you, Blondie?"
Yeah,
And he
then,
just like kind of haphazardly pulls the bullet out of himself and just kind of like pings it away. And you're like, "Oh, that's easy."
yeah. Well, he took a coat off, and you get to see all his scars and patchwork
That's
on the
right.
back.
Yeah.
And Wilfred's like, "Oh shit, your your cause isn't out without suffering after all."
No, he's
Uh,
been through it.
yeah.
That's for
Uh,
sure.
and then I think he ends it up, and they get going. The tour still continues.
Oh yeah.
Where the
Meanwhile,
the
back in the
good
murder lab.
Yeah, where the good doctor takes them to like a vat of children because he's saying knives is the plants are superior and they should kind of like survive, but we tried.
Yeah,
I
it's
tried to create humans from them.
yeah. He's trying to make more independence because he's. I think he says that I can't remember if it's this episode or not, where he like refers to knives as the ultimate being. Like it's just like there's no better. He is the pinnacle of creation, and we should be trying to model things in his image. So
I think that
I used some of his DNA to do some stuff.
yeah, things is that, and so they started like modifying fetuses with his DNA,
Yeah.
which creates the kid.
Oh, that's right. The one that he has been following him around and has that kind of big robot pal. Um,
Oh yeah,
I forgot
uh,
about the big robot until now.
I don't think we've seen it again until now.
No,
Anyway,
I think her name is Elendira
Elodie, yeah, Elodie.
because she's in the big vat. I think she's the successful one
Yeah.
because all of the others are not so much. I think what is that? It's something like he's talk. Oh, because obviously, like one of the big things we've seen so far is that fashion knives don't eat. They don't need to. They don't require that level of sustenance. They don't eat and drink.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was the when he's talking about his other creations. He says, I gave them the power and made them better, and they were better beings than they started out. But I couldn't get rid of the hunger.
Yeah, yeah. So you could get rid of the hunger or the need for water, which is also
Yeah,
some might go back where they when they enter July, Wolfwood starts talking about it's been like the biggest city with the most plants, and therefore it has.
yeah.
And he goes water producing plants
Okay.
because he not really they never really explain what the plants actually produce to make things survive, but it seems to be like water and stuff like that.
Energy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I figured they were like, but I said I never really thought about the water part of it. But that's fair. I guess I
yeah,
always thought of them as just like kind of Matrix style batteries.
yeah. That's the way I thought of him, but it's his water type. Um, so
Interesting.
yeah, so they have like the remotely, and they're kind of like I don't know, the big shiny Tokyo kind of thing of the world. Anyway, so uh, he was trying to improve humans so they didn't need to require substance like that.
Yeah, they would be better suited to the planet,
Yeah,
to the no man's land, because it's like obviously quite a hostile environment that humans are not particularly suited for.
yeah. So they go to this bathroom and they're like, "Oh, look, what you done to all the children? How dare you?" type thing. And Roberto goes on like his trip of like, "Yeah, you're not really doing that for the better of humanity type thing." Blah blah blah. And say and um, fucking Meryl is basically like, "Oh, we've got to release her. You can't keep her there." type thing. And then next thing you know, there's a big needle flying towards her in the vat as Eleanor says, "Shut up, human! I disgust. I hate you guys." Always looking at the thing, uh, always taking what you see rather
Yep.
than looking at the bigger picture.
It- I think there's a really interesting thing here because there's a lot of comparison. I think it's really interesting that Conrad and Luida are sort of contrasting forces, and Vash and Knives are kind of contrasting forces because obviously Conrad's approach is I'm going to make things that can live here
Mm-hmm.
as it is, and Luida's approach is I'm going to make here be better for people.
Yeah, yeah. I suppose that's
It's the same goal. ultimately is survival.
Yeah,
just who survives and how is slightly different.
They never not say that.
No.
It's just that Conrad basically thinks he's done it better.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah. So apparently, Eleanor,
Elendira.
Elendira can summon nails and fire them at people.
Yeah.
Don't know where that comes from.
No, it's like knives, but needles
Yeah,
or
nails.
spikes. Yeah, nails.
Yeah. So she kind of flings these at Meryl and it's kind of got stuck in the vat glass. Roberto saves her, Meryl, and she flings like a string of them at them, and basically
Yep.
let's just kill him. And Conrad's like, "No, stop it, Eleanor! Don't hurt them." And she's like, "I hate humans. All humans are scum," type thing. And then Roberto's like, "Well, the one that I tell you, Nibby, run." Now run.
Yep.
It's like, oh, and Meryl's like, sorry, sorry. As they
Yeah.
run down the corridor.
I warned you. I've told you so many times you're going to get us killed. And yet here we are running
Again,
away from fucking Psycho Mantis with nails.
Psycho Mantis's nails. Got to plug in that Player 2 controller, man.
Oh yeah. Tell me about that Zone of Enders save file I've got on my memory card.
You wouldn't have one than that. Unless you played it on another one.
No,
Was...
the big thing apparently was because that was Konami published as well. They allowed it to recognize if you played like specific Konami game.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. I was walking by CEX in Perth.
Uh-huh.
And they had the original Silent Hill on the PlayStation
Oh
in the
fuck! How
window.
much is that costing?
I think it was something ridiculous. I'm sure it was like 90 quid or something stupid.
That is ridiculous.
I was like, what?
It's not even good.
What? That's pretty
The
decent.
first Silent Hill is not great.
Nah, man, that was
It's
the
two
never
where
played
it really gets into it.
never played two. I like the
Two
first one,
is there's a reason they're remaking the second one
and not the first one.
and not the first one.
I don't know. I don't know if
It's fine. It's fine. It was at the end of the PS1's life cycle, which is why it like looked and played the way it did. But they realized more about it in the second one for sure.
yeah, I suppose. Anyway, so they get to some lifts. Meryl and Roberto. After
Mm-hmm.
Roberto shows his marksmanship with the gun and shoots two of the needles out the air.
Oh yeah, with his little double shot Derringer.
Yeah, and he goes, "Oh God!" And then they run, and then they press the button, and Ellen Deer catches up with them, and
Yep.
has these needles flying in the air, hovering in the air, and then starts crying as Roberto points a gun at him. No! What are you going to do? No, you wouldn't shoot a child, would you? And he hesitates and
Yep.
goes, "See, what did I tell you?" And this like launches all these needles at them, and they dodge and dodge again.
Yep.
And
The
then
killing blow is nigh though. It's on its way.
yeah,
But fortunately, just in time, Vash and Wolfwood turn up to sort of save the day.
who's just in time?
Oh yeah, the wrestler. No wait, that's just incredible.
Just incredible. Jesus, it's almost bad. And aye, so yeah, Wolfwood arrives and guns down all the eagles in the air with his big cross gun.
And one of them falls out the sky and just leaves a little cut on Elendira's arm,
mm-hmm.
and she just full on has a like hissy fit and starts screaming.
Yeah, proper crazy monster stuff. I've seen it before in so many things where it's like a cut. It's like
It turns out that she's probably not used to being hit.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's just it. She's just like, what? Oh no, that's painful. Ow, that
Pain?
hurts.
I don't know
Pain.
what pain is.
Pain. Oh, that's Teen Titans. All I know is pain. Pain. All I know is pain. Paintbot. No, not Paintbot.
Yeah. Oh man, what a show.
Yeah, that's all we can describe it. So Meryl and Roberto escape into the lift, and
Yep.
Meryl and Vash goes bye in a cheery way, as you know.
It really does. As Vash does.
And Meryl goes, "No, you can't stay there. It's all crazy in there." And he turns around and sees Roberto's got a big spike in his abdomen.
I was very upset by this. And
Yeah.
yet 100% knew this is exactly where this was going as soon as this episode started.
Yeah.
Yep. I felt it in my bones.
Felt it in your bones.
This is, well, like in particular, he was being very fussy about the idea of risking their lives again. And it's like, oh no, we've got like only so many episodes left, and you've been saying that for quite a while now.
Yeah, and yeah, so you got is that, and it's like, oh, can I get a drink? I told you it wasn't going to be the drink.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, can I get that flask? Can you hand me the flask?
Yeah, give me the flask, please.
No, I'm not giving you that. You're not in any condition to drink.
Let the man have the flask, please.
Yeah. And he passes his gun to Meryl.
Yep.
And she begrudgingly takes it. And then he passes. He passes away.
Yeah, like I say, I saw this coming, and it's annoying because I thought, as much as like I think independently, I'm not a huge Roberto fan, and I'm not a huge Meryl fan, but I am a huge fan of Meryl and Roberto. Like they just, as a foil for each other, were really good. They were entertaining, and just they argued like a couple, or like father and daughter, or brother and sister. It was just funny and sort of endearing. So it's a shame to see that come to an end, I think.
Yeah. But maybe it'll be resurged in a new character.
Well, I think the other thing about this as well is that it's kind of that fitting point of Meryl's going to have to learn the lesson at some point.
Yeah.
You know, like it's almost like it's been leading to this stage. Is like, if you keep doing this, you're going to die. But then it's like, well, I'm going to prove the point because one of us is going to die, but I'm not going to let it be you. And you're going to see what, like, that this is not a joke. This is incredibly dangerous all the time, and running head first into these things is going to get you killed one of these days.
Yeah. And it's kind of knew this would happen. It's like when you're in a movie and then start talking about how they're going to get home to see their kids and
one more day from retirement,
or anything like that. And it's like, yep, he's dead. He's dead at some point in the movie. He's not going to live.
For Roberto.
Oh man, I was watching
But yeah,
watching some of the Simpsons McBain episodes.
McBain.
just just all the McBain like intros to the movies, and it's like one's obviously meant to be Danny Glover. Danny Glover.
Yeah.
In Lethal Weapon and saying, "Oh yeah, got this boat. Look at this boat, live forever." And yeah, I'm just going to retire with that, and I'm going to survive. And and I love my wife. We're going to go round the world in my boat. And then he
Here,
just like
here.
gets gunned down.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right?
Mhm.
Uh, in Lethal Weapon, Danny Glover was always, "I'm too old for this shit."
Yeah,
Danny Glover was 41 when Lethal Weapon was made.
yeah.
Yeah. It's just ridiculous. It's like, yeah, I hope they were aging him up because, like, he should at least have another 10 good years in him before he's starting to say that, I feel.
Oh, it's getting too old for this shit, man.
Yeah,
I'm getting too old for
man.
this shit. He never died though.
40. No, he didn't. He didn't. He did set a toilet bomb, though.
Oh yeah, and I saw some science behind that where he apparently said that he would be ill to sit in that toilet seat for that long. He would get some gastro.
Wait, was that Mythbustard?
It was either Mythbuster of the guy that likes to break things down.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
So yeah, Roberto has now sadly died
yep,
and leaves Meryl with this Derringer pistol and sort of a renewed focus on, hey, I'm gonna go and see knives.
yeah. She's off to go back up because she didn't learn the lesson that Roberto
No,
taught her.
I was,
Her
I was
last
gonna
lesson.
say she's immediately thrown away the lesson that she was supposed to have learned after her mentor died,
Yeah,
saving her from her own bullshit.
yeah. Presses the button to go back up.
Oh,
Uh,
and yeah, we cut back to Vash and Wolfwood, who are now sort of parting ways because Wolfwood's job is now done. Vash is now where he needs to be, and Wolfwood can leave.
yeah, and yeah. So Vash goes and meets Knives, and does Wilfred talk to the good doctor?
I can't remember if he talks to the doctor. What I do remember is that he obviously finds Roberto because he's out of smokes. He goes to get a cigarette and has none left.
No, it's not. Maybe
And
next episode.
is it?
Yeah, I think he gets his contract and walks away, and basically the good doctor goes, "Oh, is that this? That might." And the good doctor goes, "So there you go. You got your contract. This is the contract's finished. You can go now. It's fine." And then Wilfred basically goes, "You know, I still hate you for what you did to me." Basically contradicting what the good doctor believes he's done for humanity.
Yeah.
And then the doctor basically asks, do you think you can put down that cross yet?" And Wilfred,
Oh, he asks him if he could put his down.
yeah, or do you think I should? I think he asks.
No, he says, "Have you? Do you think you'll be able to put your cross, the weight of your cross down?" He says, "Do you think you'll be able to?"
Yeah.
Because it's that I think he's implying he has a bit of a Jesus complex, a God complex to a degree of just I'm going to fix everything.
Yeah, he's not wrong though. He kind of does.
No, he's not.
But
I think that is this episode.
no, I don't think you don't get to meet Meryl. So he's that scene done, and then it goes to Vash and Knives who talk, and he's Knives is playing the piano in the room. Vash walks in, and Knives goes, "Yeah, that's like one of the early ones," pointing to the scary statue above his piano.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a plant, and basically have a stout discussion of basically going, I want what are you doing here, Vash? I want that plant back, the one that you took. He's like, all right. Well, by the way, did you also steal all the other ones? It's like maybe.
I definitely have some plants.
Yeah. Uh, and then they have the big argument of like, I don't think I understand you anymore. I don't recognize who you are. Or is that later?
I, uh, I think that's a consistent theme. But basically, he's like, I've had enough of this, and pushes the trapdoor button.
The hitting the keyboard.
And yeah, it's pretty cool. And then Vash uses his grappling hook to try and remain afloat, but there's a tank beneath that he's going to fall into, and Knives just without mercy sort of just cuts the tie on it and lets him fall.
He stays something along the lines, I'll make you uh, a good independent,
Yes,
and
the
then
perfect independent.
drops into the tank, and then that's it.
Yep.
End of episode. Done.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Lots of shit going in that one, man.
Yeah.
Roberto's
Uh,
dead. Meryl didn't learn her lesson.
multiple times in the same episode.
Yeah.
Uh, we officially find out that Wolfwood is a bad guy.
um.
We
Yeah.
learn more about the process that the researcher Dr. Conrad is going through to try and bring about the change that Hugh needs or wants. And his kind of striving for perfection.
Yeah.
Uh, I I I like this episode. It feels like the beginning of the end in a good way, you know.
Beginning of the end is the end is the beginning. Do do
How
do.
did uh how did you feel about this one?
It's yeah. It's going somewhere. It had the climatic feel to it, coming to the climax of the series, the season.
Yep.
Um, yeah, yeah. Had some good laughs in it.
Yep.
Has shocking revelations. Well, not maybe not that shocking, but
There is always a good contrast, I think, with the humor as well.
mhm.
Like I think I do find in some things the humor unintentionally overpowers situations sometimes.
Yeah,
In this, it feels like it's in a nice equilibrium with the reality. It's really good.
yeah. Well, it's seen reality. It seems. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna. I think it's an 8. A good strong 8.
It's definitely a high eight. Like we're
Yeah.
getting to the point where it's like shit's really kicking off now.
Mm.
Uh yeah, I had a good time with this one.
Good.
Um it's I read some people's opinions of Trigun Stampede, and there's a lot of varying opinions. There's a lot of people who don't like the style and they don't like the changes to the narrative and things like that. They feel that it's a bit too different. Um, I kind of swing the other way, where like it feels like literally everything they've done has improved on the original, and that's not a slight on the original because I remember enjoying it a lot, but it really does feel like they've thought more
Yeah.
about this. Like it feels like a more cohesive thing, and less of a series with a kind of interlinked story occasionally.
Yeah. I mean, that's just the way things have progressed in TV
Totally.
shows.
You could
Uh,
like similar with Chainsaw Man. Like I could totally imagine Chainsaw Man just being a scrambling mess if it was made in the 90s, and I bet it would have been good. But would it have been the same consistent delivery of quality? Probably not. Um,
believe it or not. Uh, yeah. So yeah, I can see what you're saying. It's different, but then also I stumbled on a YouTube video which was going to go through the manga of Trigun.
mhm.
And I was saying, so if you've watched both, like the manga, the original anime series and the new one, it's still kind of like uh doesn't really compare to the actual manga storyline.
Uh, and I'm kind of okay with that. I've come to the realization that there was a period of time where, like particularly in the 90s, a lot of shows like were loosely based on their material, their source material.
Mhm.
One, sometimes just because there was a difference in vision, and two was sometimes because they were producing the anime faster than they were the manga. Uh,
Yeah.
but then there was a period of time like after that, if you look at things like Ultimate Hellsing and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, where it's like, no, we want to try and make it more like the original source material. It has to be more true to that to be of value, and those are really good as well. But I have varying thoughts on that too, where like I really like the interpretations that were before that as well as the ones that are closer to the manga. So I
Mhm.
think it's interesting that it sort of feels like this one has swung another direction where it's like, actually, I like a lot of the stuff it talks about, but there's a lot of stuff in here that I think we could do that's different.
Yeah. It's there's certainly a lot of stuff that can happen. It's different.
For sure.
Yeah. So you that's the end of the
Yep,
episode. Done.
we've done it again. Uh, episode 10 done and dusted. Two more to go. So that has been another episode of Who's That Anime, an anime podcast which can be found where all good podcasts can be found. Our home is at anchor.fm/ Who's That Anime. If you would like to support us, because we don't make any money from this, it would be super cool if you would share or rate the podcast on your podcasting app of choice. We have a Facebook page that's facebook.com/ Who's That Anime, where we put up the latest episodes and also share the occasional anime meme. We have a Discord uh, Discord. Is that the word?
Server.
We have a Discord server. That's it.
Yeah.
And the link for that is in the show notes. We also have a YouTube channel where Colin painstakingly puts together the video versions of these episodes. We're now, I think, in parity, so episode 10 should release when episode 10 of the podcast comes out,
Um. Yeah. Or no.
give or take. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
It's might 10 might come out this Sunday.
Yeah, shit, man.
Yeah. So we'll see.
So yeah, but yep, that's it. That's how that works, and you can find that by going to www.youtube.com and searching for at Who's That Anime, or just Who's That Anime and looking for the channel in there.
Mm-hmm.
Colin and I also like to play the video games sometimes. Colin at twitch.tv/couchfuel and myself at twitch.tv/hail payman. If we're not live streaming, you can also find archives of all the cool stuff we played over the years on YouTube by going to youtube.com and searching for Hail Payman or Couch Fuel. And I
Yeah.
believe that is us.
Yep. Pretty much. Should just state that I haven't really live streamed for a long time.
True story.
Yeah.
I think the last time we did was Dark Tide for a little bit.
Dark Tide. Jesus.
Yeah.
That was probably the last one we did. Yeah. That's how long that we've done it together. I've streamed a few things since, but nothing spectacular. Was
I think to point out how long we've been doing this, I think the first thing we streamed together was Asura's Wrath.
on Casual, when we call it
Yeah.
Casual. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before that, it's technically Horror for Charity, man, where we did
Oh yeah, Gears of War.
Gears of War 3.
Before Twitch TV existed.
It was just coming in at that point, wasn't it? It was on
It was
Justin.
just we were using Justin TV.
Yeah.
And wild times.
Old school. That's us. Old.
Oh yeah, there's definitely that.
You can tell that by the white in my beard.
I also now have this massive stripe of white.
Ah, sweet man. Welcome to the party.
Yeah, it's too late now. Just gonna have to grow it out so that I just have like a bigger beard with just a white stripe underneath.
Welcome to the party.
It's gonna be amazing. Yeah. Welcome to the party.
So
yeah, we will be back next week with episode 11. And that's us.
Yeah, man. We'll see you next week. Same anime time, same anime place. Or will we? Bye.
Peace out. Bye.
Bye.